Hey motherfuckers, it's Poppy, aka Hector Castillo. 5 hours later. From girlschase.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to enjoy sex as a beginner. And this is for men and for women. I was recently shown that I have a decent amount of female fans. So if you're watching this and you're a girl, this is going to be for you as well. And of course, for the gents, as always, this is going to help you. So how do you enjoy sex as a beginner? I have a few rules that are going to help you glide through those first few months / years of being at sex until you can get really good at sex. So first, be okay with awkward, weird moments. There's going to be things that even if you've seen in porn or maybe you've heard about, it's very different in real life to experience it. So if you're a guy and you're fucking a girl and all of a sudden you hear like a fart come out of her pussy and you're like, what the fuck was that? It's called a queef, and it's okay. It's going to be awkward and it's going to feel weird. And for the girls watching this, you might get embarrassed. I remember having ex-girlfriends, it happens and they're like, oh my God, you can just see their like, the embarrassment on their face. Sometimes they'll stop, they'll be like, what was that? And I'm like, honey, it's a queef. And she's like, what the fuck is that? And I have to explain what happens. Oh, well, if I'm fucking you really hard, air's gonna get trapped and then it's gonna explode. And you're gonna have a pussy fart. And you're gonna feel embarrassed. And they're like, oh, okay. And so I help them by just, I don't give a fuck. I'm fucking her and she queefs. So what? So if you are a guy and you're fucking her and she queefs, for instance, then just keep going. It's okay. It's kind of awkward. If you're a girl and it happens, it's okay. Keep going. If you act like nothing's wrong, usually things work out okay. And very different things can trigger this awkwardness or this sense of shame. You start bleeding. Maybe you start creaming. This is another thing that girls sometimes get all weird about. After you fuck, she checks like the condom. Or if you're not wearing a condom, but you should be wearing a condom, practice safe sex. And there's some white stuff on it. And some girls freak out and they're like, oh my God, what is that? And they think that maybe it's a yeast infection or something. And it can be, so you can always go to your gynecologist and get checked to make sure you're healthy. But sometimes it's just her creaming. And what happens is when she gets really turned on, I think what it is it's a clumping of her lubricant. Now, don't quote me on this, but I think that's what it is. And then she's just super, super turned on. And so it just starts to form into large white clusters. And it's really hot, actually. If you're fucking a girl and you start seeing like little white dots and little white like cream come out, very, very good sign. You're fucking her really good. She's turned on. So if you're a girl and you encounter that, don't get embarrassed. Obviously, you should be checking what it is, but you're just screaming and it's okay. It's not awkward. Only if you make it awkward does it get awkward. So keep pushing through it. So bleeding, queefing, creaming, you're in an awkward position and it's not quite working. Maybe she's too short or he's not tall enough, whatever it is. And you're like, okay, it's not that great. Just move to another position. It's okay. Your dick slips out. You're trying anal and maybe there's a little bit of stuff that comes out. It's okay. It's normal. If you're in a sewer, you're going to get sewer shit coming out. Be okay with experimenting and getting used to your body. Okay. You're exploring each other's bodies. You're literally putting one like large object, depending on who you are, into an orifice that has a lot of things inside of it. Whether it's your mouth, if it's your pussy, your ass, you're going to be getting a lot of stuff coming out. And there's going to be a lot of things that maybe you weren't quite aware actually happened during sex. And it's okay. Don't be awkward. Don't make it awkward. Just roll through it. And the second thing that you want to remember, and this is the antidote to making sure that you don't feel shame, is to have fun. Enjoy yourself. Have a childish curiosity about sex. When I lost my virginity, I was 18. And actually leading up to that, I had a girlfriend and I actually had trouble getting it up. So shameness and awkwardness. It was too much porn and I was hard until I went to put on the condom, but then either it was the condom itself or it was the sense of, oh crap, it's about to happen, and I would build up all my expectations because I've been watching so much porn and I was like, oh fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna be good or not. Whatever psychological reason was going on, I lost my boner. And so it took me a few months to actually get up. Well, actually what ended up happening is she just climbed on top of me and we put it in raw and we did it naturally and then I was good. But the awkwardness would have been defeated. I would have kicked it in the fucking ass and the balls if I would have just known that I need to have fun with it, right? It's okay to just enjoy sex for the sake of sex. And I'm kind of hinting towards what the final lesson's going to be, but I'll get there in a second. So have fun, it's enjoyable, right? It's sex. You're doing it because it's enjoyable. I mean, you're technically doing it because it's your biological imperative to reproduce, but let's forget about that for a second. You want to enjoy it. It's fun. Like our biology made it fun so that we're going to do it a lot, right? The reason the internet exists pretty much is for fucking porn. Like literally it's all we think about is sex. Girls think about sex, guys think about sex all the time. If it's something that's going to occupy the majority of your life and the majority of your decisions in your life, which I think is a pretty good argument that pretty much everything that we're doing is just so we can find mates, then you better fucking enjoy it. Because if something's going to occupy your entire life, making it fun is going to make your life fun. So enjoy the fact that you're fucking a bitch. Girls, enjoy the fact that you're getting fucked, right? Maybe he's a really hot guy. You're like, wow, this is a really hot guy. Maybe, it's kind of awkward. I just, I'm not the best at sucking dick. Or maybe I'm not in the best shape that I want to be in. Maybe I forgot to shave and I feel really embarrassed. Whatever it is, it's okay. You're having sex. Enjoy it in the moment. Boom. Oh, yeah, that feels really good. That dick's real good. Or if you're the guy, oh, damn, she got a nice ass. Yeah, okay, this is great, Maybe I don't have the biggest dick. Maybe I'm not fucking her as hard as I'd like to. Maybe I'm not in as good shape as I want to. Maybe it'd be cooler if I was fucking her with that six-pack and I could look down and just see it and it would feel like I'm in a porn. Whatever it is, enjoy it because you're in it right now and you're doing it. And when you have fun, it's going to be better. Smile. Oh, I remember one time I was in college. This girl told me that she loved the fact that I was willing to smile during sex, There's sometimes those awkward moments when you're just fucking each other and you look at each other and you don't know exactly like what face to have. And what I would do is I'd just start laughing and smiling. And I was just like, oh, this is, I'm fucking you, bitch. What's up? How you doing? And she would just giggle and smile, and make funny faces because it's fun. And she told me that she liked it so much because some of the guys that she fucked, she's like, they're so serious. They act like it's like a very grave manner. And for me, I was just so fucking happy to be having sex. I was like, oh my God, I'm in college and I'm fucking all these girls. What is this? This is cool. It's fun. Enjoy it. Okay. And so the last point that I want to make is that it's okay if the other person doesn't enjoy themselves that much. Now, I know that sounds kind of shitty at the moment, and when you get good at sex, you should be trying to please the other person. Well, actually, let me add a quick caveat to that. One of my greatest inspirations, Zan Perion, he actually made an argument that the best kind of sex a guy can have is when he doesn't even care about her pleasure, not in like a unempathetic, sociopathic kind of way, but in a way that like he's just so enraptured with his own pleasure that he's kind of just using her as an object for her pleasure. And he said that that's the ultimate way a man can fuck, and that's the way that actually gives the woman the best pleasure, right? So it's kind of it sounds like a bad thing, but it ends up being the best for the woman, where the guy is he's just completely using her. He's using her as a vessel of his pleasure. And I can tell you from personal experience, he's right. Guys, don't be worried about making her come. If you're worried about making her come, then you're probably not gonna do it, because you're going to be focused on the technicality. Now, there's a time for when you go from beginner to intermediate where you're focused on like, how do I mess with the clit, right? How do I get the right angles? How do I pull her hair right? How hard should I slap her ass? You are going to have to spend that time to get technically good. But that's for down the road, because actually the final lesson that you're going to learn with fucking is just fucking use her body like a fleshlight and just go to fucking town. Yes, be empathetic. Yes, you care about her. But it's sex time, and when it's sex time, you just need to fuck that bitch as hard as possible. Ladies, it's okay if he can't get it up, right? You're gonna feel probably, I've actually heard from girls, a lot of guys think it's their fault when they can't get it up, or they think that the woman's gonna think, oh, he's a loser. And she might. But actually, a lot of times girls will think, am I not sexy enough for you to get hard, right? So if a guy can't get it up, it's okay, right? Or if a guy doesn't come, it's okay. He doesn't have to have the best time of his life. This is a thing that requires practice. Everything in this life takes practice. Art, business, and fucking. It takes practice. You're gonna have to do it hundreds and thousands of times if you wanna be really good. That's what makes a porn star a fucking porn star, because she's literally a professional fucker, right? So take your time, have fun. Don't be ashamed of the weird things that are gonna happen during sex, because you're gonna discover them by having sex. And it's okay if they don't have the best time of their lives, because you're still learning, and this video is for beginners, right? So I'm targeting beginners. It's okay if that girl doesn't come her brains out, if she doesn't squirt, if she's not creaming, if she's not fucking whipping your hair out because you're fucking her so good. It's okay. And ladies, it's okay if he doesn't get it up, and it's okay if he doesn't come, and it's okay if he doesn't think it's the best sex of his life. But what you can do is not be a beginner anymore, keep practicing, and then get to the point where he is saying that was the best fucking pussy he's ever had. And by God, he wants to cuff that shit because he wants more of it and he can't stop. This is Hector Castillo from girlchase.com. I hope you have a very fun and fruitful and exciting sex life. Please follow me on social media where you can see pretty much the most explicit details of my sex life, short of me literally just posting the porn onto my Instagram stories. And please like and subscribe to this video and ring the bell so you can get future notifications on all videos talking about sex, about fingering, blowing, dating, talking, marrying. No, I can't talk about marriage. I've never been married. So, yeah, bye.